Hello Exiles, today I want to show you decent SSFHC build which I will be playing on Zazarian Gauntlet to claim my free mystery box. By free, I mean by playing PoE for 8 hours, but yeah, PoE is fun, right? So to claim our box, we need to complete Act 10. There are other rewards as shown in the screen for reaching certain level, but they are not guaranteed, meaning you, or at least me, won't get them. As usual, there are additional mods which will make our life harder, but to be honest, only Act from 1 to 5 looks the most deadly. So our character name is a bleed, slam, and run for a reason. This will be our gameplay for the whole time. We will be playing Splitting Steel up to level 12 with chance to bleed support. The reason for that is simple: we get it as a quest reward instantly, and due to its range, we can safely kill our enemies. One of the most important gem will be Decoy Totem, which you probably never needed to use if not playing a hardcore league. It will help us in the early stages. Here are examples of the usage. At the beginning, there is no point of killing rare monsters as they are just too tanky. It can help us run through monsters, tank some deadly bosses like Dudre, which with additional projectiles will be killer of many players. I will tell you many times in this video about our character name and Decoy Totem, so there is no chance for you to forget what to do. Remember, it is better to play safe than die and lose our whole progress. Do not rush, be patient. After reaching level 12, we will be able to finally swap to Sunder. At the beginning, we will be playing it with chance to bleed and melee physical damage supports, but you can buy Cruelty and level it as well to get instant boost after acquiring 4 Link. Later, when we get 100% chance to bleed from our skill tree, we will swap chance to bleed for Fist of War support. If you will be lucky enough to obtain 5 or 6 Link, put either Volatility or Fortify support. Next, we will have Enduring Cry, Intimidating Cry linked with Urgent Order support. Enduring for generating endurance charges on our left click, Intimidating Simple for damage boost, and Urgent Order to cast it faster. If you won't have 3 Link, then link just Urgent Order with Enduring Cry, so we don't stop for too long while casting it on our left click. Next will be Vitality and Eternal Blessing support, simply for life regeneration, as from Act 7 the only way we can die is by damage over time. Then, anywhere not linked, Leap Slam is a movement skill, Summon Stone Golem for additional life regeneration, and our mentioned earlier Decoy Totem. So when it comes to links, we will need 1 4 Link, 1 3 Link, and 1 2 Link. Not that much, to be honest. It doesn't mean that, of course, we can't use some other gems. Before getting Eternal Blessing, auras like Flesh and Stone or Herald of Ash can be useful, same with Blood Rage, but don't level it up as we won't have much dexterity. Or of course other gems you find useful. Unfortunately for us, Duelist doesn't get Sunder as a quest reward, so we will need to buy it for Orb of Transmutation. When playing Splitting Steel, try to look for some two-handed weapon, so after acquiring Sunder we can also play it. Of course we can use it while one-handed as well, and after second Labyrinth we will be, but for now it will boost our damage significantly. When it comes to Bandits, Kraden is useless. That kind of movement speed won't help us survive, so don't even give him a chance, just kill him. Alira with all elemental resistances is a decent choice, and if you feel like you prefer a bit less health, for a bit easier resistance management, go for it. Oak is the choice I will be going for. Life Mastery gives now 30 health, so he is better choice than 1 point for sure. Now some general tips. First of all, try to kill essences when you approach them. You can say that they can be quite deadly, especially with Gauntlet mods, but it doesn't matter with our playstyle, just kite them. The reason to take that risk is to treat them like an alchemy orb. You won't be dropping tons of them during campaign, and we will need them for damage recipe or random normal item with decent links. As you can see, he can't even reach to us. When we will be having Sunder, they won't be even that tanky. This is why you should skip rare monsters at least in Act 1, as they are not worth the time, and later on we will be able to deal with them. So as you can see on the video, it doesn't matter much if these monsters will one-shot us, as we are playing slam, bleed, and run playstyle like a professional players. So So the most important usage of essence we just talked about is for the physical damage vendor recipe. If we put rustic sash with a magic rarity, it will give us less damage than a rare one. I know that while fighting essences I just told you that, but I also told that I will constantly mention it so that the words bleed, slam, and run will be in your head. You will dream about them. This is the whole point of our build, so use it on every target that can kill you and moves. Next tip is to use our crafting bench. When you will be lacking some attributes or resistances, look for your items. If there is an open suffix, and go to your bench to fix that. As shown here, you can see that I have only 17% cold resistances, and with Gauntlet elemental penetration, additional projectiles, and other mods, that means any cold damage make me suffer and forces to start from level 1. Already looking better. As mentioned earlier, Duodre will be the killer of many players. She'll spit in your face and say goodbye to your progress. Fortunately, we can perma-taunt her using Decoy Totem. If she kills your totem or it expires, just wait for her puke, split, or whatever it is attack, put another one, and wait for her to be taunted before attacking again. Next, and kinda obvious tip, is to play with our Chris Wilson vision. You should always pick up rare items, as every item can be upgraded to our build and we don't have resources to craft them. Scrolls of Wisdom are common, and if somehow you are lacking them, you can sell Orb of Transmutation for 4 of them. Just look at that beauty. It will suit us till the end of acts and even on maps. It even had open suffix, so we were able to craft damage over time. When it comes to skill tree, you will have everything in the path of building. From Act 1 to Act 10, and probably even for maps so you can easily follow it. When it comes to Ascendancy, as you probably guessed from the video title, we will be playing Gladiator. You will hate me, I don't care. But I think it is time to remind you of our playstyle. Just slam that noob and run like a pro. Since, at the beginning we go with two-handed weapon, we choose Bleed Explosion. It will save us a point in acquiring 100% bleed chance, and give little boost on killing mob packs. After killing Azaro on the second labyrinth, I would say that we already won. We can swap to one-handed and abuse the most broken thing called Lucky Block. And in case you didn't know, yes, the recipe is also working on one-handed weapons. So we use recipe, craft attack speed on the bench, and have an okay-ish weapon to play. Now thanks to that, we are playing one of the best leagues. We can spend our coins we acquired to that moment and respect points in our character, so no regrets needed, no luck needed. Just pay that man all you have. Here you can see how I changed the tree, but don't worry, you will have everything in the path of building. And why I said that we basically already won. We have 68% chance to block physical damage and 59%, which later on will be 65% to block spell damage. Block just means no damage taken, no matter what. And since we are playing Gladiator, our chance to block is lucky. After first block, that means that we roll dice twice before getting hit. With a 65% chance to block, that means that we take damage 12.5% of the time. We are still vulnerable to damage over time, as this can't be blocked. It is one of the reasons to play Vitality and Stone Golem. Now will come the hardest part. Even though you will be tanky, and there will be almost zero chance for you to die, don't get greedy. Gauntlet monsters will be a lot harder, and while there is really small chance, it still is, that you will get ultra unlucky with the blocks and die. But if you will still play like you were playing before, I don't think that anyone can stop you. With that big defensive layer and running like a pussy playstyle where most attacks will miss you, I don't believe you will be killed. That's why I even thought I could probably face tank this boss, play like you played before. either with decoy totem or just slam bleed and run playstyle. While running, most attacks pointed at you will miss, obviously, and if they manage to hit you with some bullets, most of them will be blocked and one or two shouldn't one-shot you with that amount of health, regen, and resistances. You see those rare items? Every armor base rings another you should check. I don't think that I ever had such resistances, health, and other defensive layers in Act 9. And look for that beauty from Chris Vision. Here I was checking for how much can I allow myself without even activating Vitality. And as you can see, damage over time can still be deadly. Obviously with Vitality on, it would dealt a lot less, but still be careful. I think that on Gauntlet this attack might actually kill me. This is why you shouldn't be greedy and still play like you did before. Just look at my health when I run around like an idiot. While attack him, the only time it will drop is when I will be in the damage over time pool without Vitality. So yes, dream about those words slam, bleed, and run, and you will be safe. You don't need to focus on dodging everything, just not standing in one place will be enough, as we are tanky for a reason. So only one last thing is left to do with that disgusting being called Gladiator to finally die. We did it! Guys, this build actually sucks. Time to play FF16 with difficulty mod, see ya till Gauntlet.